Hi, my name is Quin, and today I'm going to show you a few different techniques for shooting and how to maintain good accuracy through different conditions and also different ranges. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to properly load this firearm. So first things first, you always have to maintain safety. So you point the gun in a safe direction and you are able to take the magazine out and at the same time keeping it off fire. So then you put the gun pointing in a safe direction, preferably towards a hillside, away from people, and then you take your bullets and you load them in just like so. I'm going to only do 3 for the sake of this demonstration for time, but this magazine is capable of holding 10. So you put your bullets in, pick up your gun, point it in a safe direction, and put your clip in. And then we're going to go up closer towards the target. Alright, so now that we've gotten closer to the target, all the while maintaining gun safety, I'm going to show you 3 different styles of shooting. The first I'm going to show you is a standing, also called as the offhand shot. So that's basically just holding the firearm offhand and shooting. The second I'm going to show you is a kneeling shot. So you put your elbow just to steady it on your knee, and then you look down the scope and fire your rifle. The second shot, I'm going to lay down and show you how to do that. But first things first, put the bullet in, take off the safety, point it at your target, and fire it. Now something very important to offhand shooting is your breathing control. If you take a deep breath, and then shoot. So as soon as you let all the arrow go, then you fire your gun, and that helps you maintain as steady as possible. Next thing is the kneeling shot. Now the important part about this is to have the firearm as close to your shoulder as possible, but then also not making sure that your hand is not going all over the place. So if you get it just a little bit closer to the trigger guard, that'll help you. Once again, put on the target and fire. So next shot I'm going to show you is kneeling, or actually laying down. So how you do that is you get in a prone position, spread your legs out just a little bit, and then have your elbows on the ground just like so. And once again do your breathing control and fire. Alright, now I'm all out of bullets. Point the gun in a safe direction, take off the clip and put on the safety. Put your clip in, and then we can walk towards the target and see how we did. So all the while, we walked up to the target, although maintaining good gun control and pointing the muzzle in a safe direction. This was the target I was aiming at the time, and as you can see, that's pretty good shooting. But the biggest factor in shooting most of the times is that, while the gun is 99% of the time more accurate than the shooter's ever going to be. But the important thing is that every time you squeeze the trigger is to not pull the trigger back, but to gently just squeeze the trigger. And so a good practice session is, if you have your gun aiming, always pointed in a safe direction, is if you pretend to squeeze the trigger, if your sight picture in the scope changes at all, that means that you're pulling the trigger. But you should be just squeezing the trigger. It should be just ever so gently, just enough so that it goes off. Also, a second good thing to do is your breathing control. I mentioned it earlier, but if you take a deep breath and let it out a couple times before you shoot, that helps you control your breathing so that in the scope it's not going up and down and all over the place like that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe if you are a shooter or plan on going target practicing, if you try to put into practice these couple of suggestions, I guarantee you that your shooting is going to get better.